Hello everyone, today we will discuss the best way to approach a woman confidently. I have exciting tips, guys. From a man's perspective, I can tell that knowing how to approach women confidently is crucial for every guy. It's the first step in building any relationship. Being confident when approaching women opens doors, boosts your chances of more interactions, and enhances your dating experiences. If you are interested in a girl, going to her is often the only way to get to know her unless you already know her through friends, work, or your daily coffee spot. Now, how do you go about it? The first tip is to observe, not stare. Now you might be asking, what's the difference? There's a thin line between observing and staring, but it's crucial to understand. Staring is a fixed gaze that can feel intrusive, even threatening. It's like a predator eyeing its prey, and that's not the message you want to send because it's creepy. On the other hand, observing is an art. It's quiet and respectful and shows that you're genuinely interested in her as a person, not just her appearance. It's about noticing her body language, engagement in her current activity, and general demeanor. So how do you observe without crossing into staring territory? Firstly, focus solely on her. Let your gaze wander around the room, returning to her now and then. This shows you know your surroundings and not just zero in on her. Secondly, please pay attention to her body language. Is she open and relaxed, or does she seem closed, off, and tense? This can hint at her comfort level and openness to being approached. Thirdly, notice what she's doing. Is she engrossed in a book, deeply involved in a conversation, or just, are you looking around? This can help you gauge the right moment to approach her. Lastly, observe her general demeanor. Does she seem approachable and friendly, or more severe and reserved? Is she in a confined space? She might feel you want to choke or abduct her. Does she have headphones on? This can give you a clue about how to approach her in a way that respects her mood and personal style. Remember, the goal is not to invade her privacy, but to get a sense of who she is and whether she might be open to a conversation. Observation is not about planning your next move like a chess game, but rather about understanding and respecting her space, her time, and her individuality. It's about showing that you see her as a unique person, not just a face in the crowd. Observation forms the foundation for a successful approach. Remember, you are showing respect and interest in her as a person. Before we finish up, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to join our Soulfully Synergized community so you will never miss out on our upcoming exciting content. Having observed, our second tip is to make eye contact and give a friendly smile. Now you might be thinking, that's it? Just eye contact and a smile? But let me assure you, it's more than it seems. Eye contact is a powerful tool of communication. It's like a silent conversation that can convey interest, confidence, and sincerity. However, it's essential to strike a balance. You want to maintain eye contact without making her feel like she's under scrutiny. A glance that lasts for about 2 to 3 seconds is typically considered non-threatening and shows that you're genuinely interested. Now let's talk about the smile. A smile can be a powerful icebreaker. It's a universal sign of friendliness that can make anyone feel comfortable. However, your smile must be genuine. A forced smile can be easily spotted and it can send the wrong message. A warm, genuine smile can make you seem approachable, friendly, and trustworthy. When you make eye contact and smile, you're not just saying, "Hey, I'm interested in you." You're also saying, "I respect you and I'm approachable." It's a subtle invitation for her to engage with you without putting any pressure on her. This is also the moment when you can gauge her interest. If she holds your gaze and returns your smile, it's a green light. It means she might be interested in further interaction. If she avoids eye contact or doesn't return your smile, it might be a sign to hold back. Remember, the aim here is not to intimidate or make anyone uncomfortable. It's about showing genuine interest and respect. It's about making a connection before you even speak a word. So the next time you see someone you're interested in, don't rush. If in a bar, don't buy a drink and send over to her and expect her to come over to you. That's so low, and a high-value man don't do that. They are confident enough to approach and talk to a lady. Take a moment, take a few deep breaths if you are nervous. Remember, it's normal to feel anxious, and whatever happened, even rejection, it's not the end of the world. Walk tall and confident to create a good impression and keep your shoulders back. Lift your chin lightly. and let your arms fall loosely by your sides. Show her that you're interested and respectful. It's these small gestures that can make a big difference. Eye contact and a smile are your initial nonverbal communication tools. Use them wisely, then you can approach her and make simple and concise introductions. Now that you've made the initial connection, it's time to start a conversation, which is our third tip. Imagine you're an explorer, setting off into the wild unknown, armed with nothing but your wit and curiosity. That's what starting a conversation is like. It's an adventure, a chance to discover new territories and hidden gems. But remember, it's not just about what you find, it's also about how you handle the discoveries. So how do you initiate a conversation that's engaging and respectful? The first tip is to make assumptions based on your observations. Not the judgmental kind, of course. These assumptions are your conversation starters, your icebreakers. If you've observed her reading a book, assume she likes to read. Ask her about her favorite authors or genres. If she's wearing a band tee, assume she's into music. Ask her about her favorite songs or concerts she's been to. Now, you might be wondering, what if my assumption is wrong? Well, that's okay. It can lead to a laugh and a correction, which is a perfect segue into a new topic. Remember, the goal here isn't to be correct. It's to show interest and initiate a dialogue. The second tip is to ask open-ended questions. These questions cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. They require thought and reflection, and most importantly, invite her to express herself. Open-ended questions open the door to deeper, more meaningful conversations. They show that you're interested in her thoughts, ideas, and experiences, not just in making small talk. The importance of active listening cannot be overstated. This is where most people stumble. You see, conversations are not monologues. They're not a platform for you to showcase your knowledge or charm. A conversation is a dance. It requires balance, rhythm, and most importantly, two engaged participants. When she's speaking, listen, really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Hear her words, understand her thoughts, and respond thoughtfully. Show that you value her input and appreciate her sharing. Active listening builds trust, respect, and connection. It shows that you're not just interested in talking, but also in understanding. Starting a conversation may seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the right approach, it can be an exciting exploration, a delightful dance of words and ideas. Remember, it's not about impressing her. It's about connecting with, understanding, and showing that you value and respect her. So the next time you find yourself standing before a woman you're interested in, gentlemen, remember these tips. Observe, assume, ask, and listen. Start a conversation that's engaging, respectful, and most importantly, enjoyable for both of you. A good conversation is like a dance. It requires balance, rhythm, and most importantly, two engaged participants. The final tip is to ask for her phone number, but how do you do that without coming off as pushy or creepy? This is the art of sealing the connection. After observing, making eye contact, and conversing, it's time to take the next step. But remember, this step is just as delicate as the previous ones. First, timing is everything. You don't want to ask for her number too soon. It might seem like you're rushing things. Instead, wait until you've had a meaningful conversation. You've laughed together, discussed interests, and perhaps even shared personal stories. Now she's comfortable with you, and you're not a stranger anymore. Next, respect her personal space. Instead of cornering her or making her feel obliged, make it casual. Say something like, "I've really enjoyed talking to you. Could I get your number so we could continue this conversation later?" This way, you're not demanding, but requesting. You're giving her the option to say yes or no, and that's very important. Also, remember to be genuine when you ask. If you're asking for her number because you feel like you should, she'll be able to tell. Ask because you genuinely enjoyed your conversation and would like to know her better. Now, what if she's not comfortable giving her number? Well, here's an alternative. You could offer your own number instead. You could say, "Oh, I understand if you're uncomfortable giving your number. Here's mine. Feel free to text or call me if you'd like." This way, you're giving her control, and that can make all the difference. Remember that getting her number is not about winning a prize or achieving a goal. It's about establishing a connection and opening the door for further conversation. If she decides to give you her number, respect that trust, use it wisely, and remember to be as charming and respectful over the phone as you were in person. Remember, getting her number is not the end goal, but a means to continue the connection you've started. So there you have it. 4 tips to approach women without being creepy. Now, it's your turn to put these tips into practice. Remember, every woman is unique, so be flexible, be respectful, and most importantly, be yourself. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos. Stay safe, stay connected. Thanks for watching.